here we are. Today is Wednesday, December 30th, 2015. And in just 2 days, on New Year's Day, 2016, January 1st, we'll have a new law in California. This law will bring into effect a thing called the Gun Violence Restraining Order. Now, what the Gun Violence Restraining Order will allow the state to confiscate your weapons for a short period of time if your family and or law enforcement thinks that you are a danger to others or yourself. So basically, it's like them filing a restraining order on behalf of you against your own property, right? And what I want to know is what criteria needs to be met in order for the restraining order to be filed. I mean, is it as simple as somebody saying, hey, my cousin's acting funny, my dad's acting weird, my auntie's having a fit, she argued with her husband? Will that be enough for the police to come break your door down and take your guns? And what's going to be the penalty if you refuse? The last I checked, if you own your guns legally, then you can't just take somebody's gun. Like, it has to be some kind of crime. Now, if you're going to take my property, what crime did I commit? See, this is a way, again, I talked about this in my video about Mr. Mark Herring and the state of Virginia where I live messing with the concealed carry law and soon to be the open carry law. It's a end around of the Second Amendment. And this is what's going on here. This is unconstitutional. You can't take somebody's guns just because you think they may be a danger. You know, because what's next? If somebody might be a danger, I'm using air quotes, might be a danger, then what's next? You gonna lock them up just because they're a danger to themselves? What crime have I committed? How are you detaining me when I've committed no crime? When you think I may do something that's wrong, when you think I may be a danger, you can't detain me or my property based off of how you feel. It doesn't make any sense. Now, of course, the liberals will say, well, this is a common sense law. You know, people are dangerous when they're on edge and you got to take their guns away. But let's put the shoe on the other foot. What if I said, look at that Muslim over there. He's been Allahu Akbaring a lot lately in his house and I can hear him. You need to go in there and arrest him and take his guns. Now, how would that go over? I think it will go over pretty well. I think that certain people will be targeted and I think certain people will not be targeted. And either way it goes, you can't just do things to people just because you want to do it. This law has come into place because of the UC Santa Barbara shooting where 6 people were actually killed by Elliot Rodger in 2004. So this is kind of an LA thing. And, you know, and California is a big state. You know, I mean, if you want to do that in LA or certain neighborhoods, that's one thing. Even though I still would be against it, but to go around the whole state of California, and you know what the old saying goes, as California goes, so does a nation. Now, I don't want this kind of thing to be spreading across Mississippi River on into the state of Virginia, North Carolina. You know, I don't want it to go even as far as Texas, because this is an overreach. It's a pure overreach. And they say that you'll be able to have due process, but after when? How long? What, 21 days, 3 weeks? I have to wait until I'm able to petition for the right to get my guns back? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. If I legally own my guns, why are you making me jump through more hoops to get my own property back? Let me keep my own property. And if you want to lock me up and take my guns away, then so be it. But you can't just take my guns for no reason because you think that I might be a danger. What I want to know, what I have not been able to see, this law has just come to the public light today, and it will be coming into effect in 2 days. I don't think that's actually an accident, but what I want to see is the actual criteria that has to be met for the GVRO, Gun Violence Restraining Order, to come into effect. Do you have to be suicidal? Do you have to have called a suicide hotline? Do you have to be making loud noises? I mean, what will the criteria be? That's all I want to know. And this kind of goes to what Barack Obama was saying. I talked about that in the video where Obama was talking about a watch list, and if you're on a terrorist watch list, then you shouldn't be able to buy a gun. See, it's so many ambiguous things. There's so many things that aren't clear. How are you going to be placed on the watch list? What criteria will it be for you to be placed on a watch list. But if you say something mean to somebody on Twitter and it relates to a gun, will an algorithm in the NSA system pick up on it and instantly put you on a watch list? Will you be notified, or will you just have to find out if you go to the airport with a gun that's legal and checked by TSA and they say, oh, you can't do this because you're on a watch list? Even if you don't try to bring a gun that's legal, you just try to get on a plane. You're going from Florida to, I don't know, Texas. And they say you can't get on a plane because you're on a terrorist watch list. Matter of fact, stay right there. We're going to bring an FBI agent right now, and he's going to detain you, right? There's so many laws that are placed upon the common citizen that will affect us. A lot of these laws that are passed, the common citizen doesn't think that will affect them because they're so convoluted and strange and difficult to even read as a normal person that has any kind of reading comprehension. They won't understand what the laws say until they have to actually face what the consequence of the law is. Just like you won't be able to get on a plane because now you find out you're on a terrorist watch list. Hell, I could be put on a terrorist watch list for this video right now where I'm just talking about my opinion and I wouldn't even know it. Or they may try to call some police on me and say, oh, he was sounding agitated on this video, so we're going to go to his house and take whatever kind of weapon he may have. I mean, this is unconstitutional. This is a violation of rights, and it's just too much. And, you know, what I blame is, see, this, again, and I always keep coming back to this in a lot of my videos. I keep coming back to why Donald Trump is the head of the pack, because people are tired of these games that both sides of the aisle play. It's political games. You can't violate people like this anymore. And I hope at a certain point, the people we have in power, politicians, leaders, come to their senses and do what's right for the American people. That's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please rate, comment, share, subscribe. Peace.